Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ogonna if you're new, and if you're not new, thank you so much for stopping by again. Anyway, today's video is one that has been in my mind to make for a while now, and eventually I am about to address it. And it is basically when you have multiple passions, or when you're the type of person who has a lot of things that you're good at, or a number of things that you're interested in, or just when things come easy to you. So there is the whole confusion of what should you focus on, what should you channel energy into. Anyway, the reason I'm making this video is just so that you know that this is not a disadvantage. This is not something that you should be so worried about. It's basically to find systems around it just so that you're making progress and you're doing what you need to do. So trust me, by the end of this video, I am sure that you would have picked a tip or two on how to navigate this if you're this kind of person, because this is the kind of person that I am, and that's why I felt the need to make this video. Anyway, before I continue, I decided to bring out one more of my hair just because I thought it looked prettier, but that's by the way. The first thing on my list is there is a time and a season. So first and foremost, I think that it's important for you to understand that you cannot pursue everything at once. You would have to decide which one or which ones you can do together in a particular time, because there is the issue of time constraints. There's the issue of maybe the amount of money you need to actually chase or pursue that dream or passion and things like that. So you need to be honest with yourself and then let yourself know which one actually works in this phase that I am in, or which one can I actually move to the next level considering the current place I am at. Next thing you need to consider is why. Like, you need to understand all the things that you are interested in. Why are you interested in them? Or all the things that you like, why do you like them? The reason is because when you understand why you're interested in something, or the reason surrounding your interest in a thing, it helps you determine which one should you chase further and which one should you keep casual. Because the truth is that there are some things that are your career paths, and then there are some things that you can keep as hobbies, which is absolutely fine. So you may have one or two things that you're deeply interested in that you want to go further in, and you may have one or two things that maybe you just use as an outlet, maybe a creative outlet or a stress outlet or things like that. That's why you need to know why, so that you then determine which one should I channel more energy into or not. The next thing is to understand synergies, to understand how these things that you're interested in overlap. Let me give an example. Say, for instance, you like makeup, you're a beauty enthusiast. So you find that things that has to do with beauty, doing makeup, doing your hair, things like that, they appeal to you. And then somehow you find that along the line that you're interested in content creation. An easy way to merge these two interests, you can then begin to make videos about beauty related things. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So that's the thing too. If you find a synergy around them, if you find what is in this thing that makes me interested in it, that I can connect to this other thing that I'm interested in. I'll give another example. You can be, say, maybe an architect or an engineer, or then you find out that you really like art. Now, if you're trying to connect these two, you see that there is the attention to detail that comes with being an artist. And that's a skill that also plays an important part in engineering and architecture as disciplines. So the point of this basically is that if you're able to connect things between the things that you're interested in, it's easy for you to merge them, find a flow, find a way that they can go together, and then find a way to make this work. And it's a lot easier for you because you're able to create something unique, because it's like you're merging interests, you're merging things that people might look at from a normal day and be like, how? Like, you, it's like, how do you get? But because you've paid attention to the individual things that you're interested in, and you've been able to find a balance or a middle ground or an intersection, you need to know, how do these things connect? How are they related? How can I find a rhythm around them? So that's basically that. The next thing on my list would be to create a plan. It can be a weekly plan, a monthly plan, but create a plan on how you intend to pursue these different interests, because you don't want to be confused. You don't want to be disorganized about it. You don't want to not be able to track the progress that you're making. So it's important for you to create a plan to know, okay, during the week I'm focused on this particular thing. During the weekend I'm focused on this particular thing. You can also say, in a particular day, my 9 to 5, I am here, and there is this other thing that people call a 5 to 9. So it's like the other part of your day. So it's like you're doing something else. So you want to make sure that you create a plan, because now you're not doing just one thing. So easy for you to lose track or get overwhelmed when you're not able to, create a plan that you're using to follow these things, because it's not one thing. So you need to be sure that you have a clear path, or at least you have a way that you're looking at. It's a skeletal plan, whether it's an in-depth plan, but you need to have a plan because you're trying to pursue more than one thing. So you need a plan on how to go about this thing. At the end of the day, there needs to be some balance. Some days, sometimes one thing it gets more energy, one thing it get less, but to be sure that you're fueling these things to ensure that you're growing. Because the truth is, if you're not careful when you're pursuing more than one thing, or when you're interested in more than one thing, or you're trying to follow through with them, if you're not careful, if you don't have something that you're following, if you don't have something that you use to track these things, it's very easy for you to become complacent. It's very easy for you to stay mediocre, and that's one of the problems that comes with having multiple passions, because it's like you're on a particular level with a number of things, and then you're not pursuing any one to a level of mastery. And you need mastery if you actually want to get the best out of something. So when you've decided on the ones that you really want to channel energy into, you need to make sure that you have a plan that you're following through with, just so that you're able to grow and make progress. So you're moving from basic knowledge to maybe mediocre or medium knowledge, and then you move on to mastery or advanced knowledge. So you need to ensure that you have a plan so that you can be making progress, because it's very important. The last thing on my list is to celebrate small wins. And the reason why this is on the list is because one person might be chasing one thing and you're chasing three things. So your progress with respect to the three of them will be slower compared to this other person who's doing one thing. So the reason why you should celebrate small wins is because you need to remind yourself that you're making progress. You need to remind yourself that your energy, your resources is shared out across a number of things. So you cannot be comparing yourself with someone else. Your resources are shared out across different things, so your progress is going to be slower. So you need to be honest with yourself so that you don't end up feeling bad about it. That's on one side. Then secondly, another reason why it's important to celebrate small wins and track your wins is because there is a tendency for you to start comparing yourself with other people. The problem here is that if someone is channeling their energy into one thing and you're channeling your energy into three things, they'll most likely move faster than you because they're doing one thing. So if you're comparing yourself with it, so in that particular scenario, if you're comparing yourself, you'll most likely feel bad. You'll feel like you're not doing as much. You'll feel like you're not making progress compared to this other person and things like that. And you really don't want that. You don't want anything trying to make you feel bad when you're actually making progress. It's just that it's a different type of progress, and that's absolutely fine. That's basically all I have for you guys in this video, because I know that sometimes these things can be difficult. You might think you're not making progress, or you might think that other people are moving faster than you, or you just sit down and you're not doing anything because you feel like you have so many things you're trying to do and you're overwhelmed. So you just really need to be careful. That's it. And just like I said, if you try to imbibe these things that I have mentioned in this video, it will most likely make it easier for you. So yeah, that's about that. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, do well to like, share, subscribe. Yes, guys, please subscribe. We're almost at 600 subscribers. Do well to like, share, subscribe, share with other people who you think might find this helpful. Drop comments of videos that you would like to see, and I'll try my best to bring them your way. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.